So we had that trip to Hyderabad in 2019, and with Lepra have exhibited those works in various places around the UK, but also in the Blue Peter Health and Research Centre out in Hyderabad. And then in 2023, Diana and I went out to Bangladesh, where I've got a closer history with as well. I went to study photography there about 10 years ago now. And Lepra has a very big presence in Bangladesh. And we visited two places then, a place called Bogura, which is a small city, and then a place called Maulavi Bazaar, which is where the sort of tea gardens of the country are, or a lot of the tea gardens are. And those photos have been exhibited quite a lot as well, which has been really wonderful. And there was a big exhibition last year at the Institute for Tropical Medicine in Munich, which was really lovely to sort of bring those photos to a building where there's patients coming in to be treated as well, and researchers that don't always get to go to these places that are seeing those very personal stories. This year, 2025, returned to Bangladesh, and I went both back to Maulavi Bazaar and Bogura. But this case was particularly nice, I think, because of the work that Lepra have been doing there, that's really empowered a lot of people, changed some lives in very tangible ways, but ways that were very easy to see. And some of the people who I spoke with before that were maybe, their situation was okay, but not brilliant, have really gone sort of up and taken control a bit more of their lives and are in a much better place. And I think a lot of that I could see had to do with this, the mental health project, the M2H project that Lepra do there, and the counselling that's going on, professional counselling, but also training a lot of the local volunteers who speak with people affected by leprosy, a lot of whom are affected by leprosy themselves, so they really understand what it's like to go through the disease at different levels, how to listen. And that has been really transformative to a lot of people, because suddenly there's a lot of tension that they've been able to sort of let out just by speaking with someone that is listening in a very active way. And that was very clear to see, and people were very clear about how effective that has been in their lives. So that was really, really wonderful, and helped hugely when it came to asking people to write a bit more. And two of the people that are affected by leprosy that do a lot of this mental health work, Taslima and Bisley, who I both photographed 2 years ago, have once again written on photos that I printed of them, and I don't need to do anything. I just stood back, and they just wrote in a very beautiful way, very personal way, about the work they've done and what it means to them, and the work that they do to transform other lives and how it's transformed their lives as well, and how they're both saying, even we want to carry this on, whether there's international support or not, and they need support, and there's that the support, financial support that comes through especially is very effective and I think necessary at the moment. But they believe what they're doing. They believe very strongly in what they're doing. They want to carry it on for the rest of their lives, and that's really wonderful to see, because it's very inspiring.